Cod Tossuis, guys, it's Irish here, and I don't know about any of you, but when I'm alone, okay, and before I go to sleep some nights, I think about certain rivalries that are going on in WWE. Yes, I am this much of a hardcore fan. I actually think about it all the time. And as we all know, The Rock will face John Cena at WrestleMania 28 in the main event. And obviously it was announced a year ago. I've been thinking about this for a year and what I think should happen. And I've finally come to a decision after like 8-9 months, which is incredible. 10 months actually. It's in 2 months time, WrestleMania. But I come up with a lot of ideas. I come up with crazy shit. And to be honest, I think I should share them with you guys a lot more often, because I really do come up with what I think would be absolutely amazing things to happen at WrestleMania and in rivalries all the time. So here's what I think should happen at WrestleMania. Now, this is not my prediction of what will happen. I have no idea what will happen. Anything could happen. WWE could go anywhere with this. But what I think should happen, okay, this is what I want to happen. First of all, John Cena, I do not want him to turn heel before WrestleMania. Now, don't go all, oh, come on, John Cena is a face, that's terrible, blah, blah, blah. But think of it this way. At WrestleMania, between The Rock and Cena, we're in Rock's hometown, okay? John Cena is the typical babyface that everybody hates because he's a babyface. I don't want Cena to turn heel, because if he does, there's going to be a lot of real wrestling fans in Miami. I don't want any cheers for Cena at all, okay? I want the Miami kids booing the shit out of John Cena, and they need to do that. And I have no doubt that in this match, there's going to be the loudest boos and the loudest cheers ever heard in WWE history, without a doubt. Loudest pop for The Rock, loudest pop for Cena, ever, ever, ever. That's what I think is going to happen. It may not be the best match in history. Who knows? Maybe they will pull one out of the bag, but I don't know about the match itself. This is just what I think should happen in general. At Elimination Chamber, Cena will not win, okay? I do not think he should win and be... Well, he's not actually in the chamber, but, you know, I don't think this should be for the title. It does not need the WWE Championship at all. But, yeah. And leading up to WrestleMania, I want this Kane angle to keep going with Cena, okay? Until Elimination Chamber. I want them to face off. I want Kane to win, okay? I want Kane to beat Cena at Elimination Chamber, and then that rivalry will end, okay? And it's very important that Kane versus John Cena ends at Elimination Chamber, and I'll get to that in a little while. Because then, obviously I want then to turn to Rock and Cena leading up to Mania. And when we get to Mania, I want Cena, you know, he's going to be a babyface. He's still going to be the whole rise above hate all the way up to WrestleMania. And finally, when it gets to Mania, I want him to bring out a new attire, you know, something that would suit him as a face or a heel. And I'll get to that again in a moment. And obviously, the entrances are going to be absolutely insane. This is, without a doubt, the biggest match of all time. So, you know, The Rock and Cena are going to pull a serious one out of the bag when it comes to entrances. And obviously for the match as well. And if anyone watched Survivor Series, we all know that The Rock, he is fucking ready, okay? He's still got it. The Rock has it. And he always has had it. And I had no doubt about that. And there's no doubt that The Rock is in the best shape of his life, okay? He's in better shape than when he was at the peak of his career. Seriously, if anybody looks at The Rock's body, Jesus. Like, I don't mean to sound gay, but there's nothing wrong with admiring a guy's physique. That guy, he jacks up like shit, seriously. The Rock is in the best shape of his life, and, you know, he might be a little bit ring rust, but that shouldn't be a problem. At Survivor Series, he caught on to what he had to do again after 5 seconds. So that shouldn't be a problem in any way. But eventually, right, obviously we're going to have the entrances. Going to be insane. New attire for Cena that will suit him as a face or a heel. They'll come out, no problem. And now, as for the match itself, I don't really know what's going to happen, okay? And I have no opinion of what should happen. All I can really hope for is that it's, you know, the best match of all time. But I can't really say it will be. I mean, it is John Cena, who is not exactly the best wrestler in the world. Let's just say, to be nice, okay? And The Rock, who obviously is one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. But in terms of actual wrestling ability, he's not really. And also he is, as I said, very, very ring rust. And he has not competed in a long, long time. Obviously, he competed at Survivor Series, but that was just his first match back. He hasn't competed since, so you know, it's anyone's guess how well The Rock is going to perform and how well Cena's going to perform and how well they'll perform with each other. But that's completely irrelevant. All I really want for that match is just, you know, insane, absolutely amazing. What I want to happen is the ending. The ending is the main portion of what I think should happen. Okay, and this gets quite weird, so just bear with me. I hope you guys like this idea that I have, but this is the stuff I come up with in my head of what should happen. Okay, the match ends, The Rock wins, okay? Cleanly, perfectly, with a people's elbow to end it. Obviously, you know, as crazy, as insane, as amazing as possible, the match, and Cena loses. And The Rock wins, because obviously, I think The Rock has to win. Because, okay, first of all, The Rock did not come back after 7 years to lose at WrestleMania to someone like John Cena. Okay, The Rock needs to win. Now, lots of people are thinking that Cena will win, seeing as Hogan lost to Rock at WrestleMania 18, and then 10 years later, they think that, you know, Rock is going to lose to Cena, passed the torch one last time. But that's well and truly gone. So, you know, I'd actually be concerned for the safety of John Cena, literally, because Miami fans are absolutely insane. And I don't mean like they're crazy or anything, I mean they're insane as in they're huge wrestling fans, and they can be pretty serious. I think they're, like, people always say all the time, Cena wins and we riot. But I seriously think if Cena wins at WrestleMania, I seriously think there will be a riot. I really think there will. And people will be demanding refunds and shit. For the safety of the superstars, Cena cannot win, okay? The Rock has to win. And I doubt he came back, as I said, 7 years to just lose to Cena. So Rock has to win. That is a definite. And also that will have made all this time just completely pointless, the past year of waiting to see John Cena get his ass whooped by The Rock. But okay, boots to asses, hashtag boots to asses, Twitter, get on right now. Anywho, the match ends, people's elbow. Okay, and here's where it gets pretty tricky. Obviously, The Rock is celebrating like crazy. John Cena's lying in the middle of the ring, blah 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 blah. And it's going to be an amazing celebration, as always. The Rock does, most electrifying man in all of sports entertainment. And as it ends, the music stops, Cena's up, Rock and Cena face to face, and this is where it's going to get very interesting. People are going to think that The Rock is about to shake Cena's hand, okay? Cena extends his hand to The Rock. Now, this is going to be the most intense thing ever, and it's going to be fucking awesome. I think it's just going to be Cena extending his hand, like saying congratulations. The Rock looking around at the crowd, the whole crowd booing, don't do it, don't do it. And I want The Rock to eventually, after a long stare down, building anticipation, I want The Rock to look at Cena in the eye, about to take out his hand, and then all of a sudden just bring it up and do "You Can't See Me" to John Cena, and then just turn around and walk straight out of the building of WrestleMania. The whole crowd cheering when The Rock does "You Can't See Me" to Cena, and Cena's just left there hanging with his hand extended, just wondering what the fuck was that. And The Rock, as he walks up, just laughing his head off, the whole crowd laughing at Cena. Cena stood in the middle of the ring thinking, what the fuck, what was that about, that was an amazing match, blah blah blah. Now, The Rock gets to the stage, Rock just turns around, does "You Can't See Me" one last time, raises the eyebrow, electrifies the crowd, The Rock walks out, music stops, and here's where it gets big. Cena is left standing in the middle of the ring, and for ages, okay, just complete silence, Cena just looking down, just contemplating life, okay? And also, here's something I think, after The Rock does "You Can't See Me" to Cena, I think he should rock bottom Cena right after that. So, "You Can't See Me," rock bottom Cena, Cena's just left there, Rock does the you know, just walks up, does exactly what I said he would do, except Cena got rock bottom, so Cena has to get up again. But silence, Cena's looking around, Cena just wondering what the hell to do with my life, blah blah blah. Then I want Cena to absolutely go berserk. I want Cena to run around the ring, throwing over the announce table of Michael Cole and Jerry Lawler. I want him to rip the ring apart, go absolutely insane, rip up the mats, do everything that Nexus did when they made their debut. but all by himself. Cena just going absolutely berserk, losing his mind, ripping off his wristbands, just throwing them all over the place. Cena absolutely just crazy. Then I want Cena to get the mic, and here's where it gets insane. I want Cena to just get into the ring, stand there for a long time, a long ass time, okay? Everyone's just waiting in anticipation what's Cena gonna do. And I want Cena to slowly raise the mic to his mouth, look straight in the camera and say, "Kane, you were right." Drop the mic. Cena walks straight out of WrestleMania 28, stops at the stage, turns around with a scowl on his face, walks out. I think, okay, that would be an absolutely incredible ending for WrestleMania 28. Okay, The Rock wins, whoops Cena's ass, doesn't shake Cena's hand, just completely embarrasses him in front of 80,000 strong of Team Bring It in Miami at WrestleMania 28. Just completely embarrasses Cena. Then Cena goes absolutely berserk, turns into a heel. Okay, that's what the point of the last statement is going to be, leaving the question, what is wrong with John Cena? Is he a heel or not? Just looking at the camera and saying, "Kane, you were right." Because, as people know, Kane's been asking him to embrace the hate over the past few months, and he will ask him to embrace the hate until Elimination Chamber, which Kane will win, hopefully. And yeah, that's what I think should happen. I think that would be fucking incredible. That will raise so many questions. Is Cena a heel? Is he face? Blah blah blah. The Rock whoops Cena's ass at WrestleMania 28. Cena turns heel. La 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 la. That is what I think should happen. Hope you guys enjoyed. That is what I think should happen at WrestleMania 28. This has been Irish, guys. The Rock vs. John Cena. Boots to asses. Peace!